Hey everybody, it's time for This is the Bronx TV. I'm here with Fernando Tirado. He is the Director of New Initiatives at the Bronx Neighborhood Health Action Center on Arthur Avenue. Fernando, as nice a guy as he is, has a very important and sometimes difficult job, and that is to provide opioid overdose response training for people of the Bronx. And he's going to show us right now what everybody needs to know, and that is what these naloxone, did I pronounce it right?
Yes.
What the naloxone, it's hard to pronounce, but it's important to do, what the naloxone kits contain and how it might be used literally to save someone's life. So, Fernando, take it away. What do you got?
So everybody who takes our training gets one of these blue bags that it contains their naloxone kit, and they get the medication separately. They put it in the bag. They take it apart and put it in the bag. So each kit will have 2 blister packs of the Narcan nasal spray, and we provide those in a separate box that people put in. Most of the presentation material is also included in here, as is some latex gloves, and there's usually a mouth bag,
a mouth guard or
a
something?
mouth guard that you
Right.
would put in case you needed to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation with the person. Actually, here it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So, and then what would you do? You've come upon somebody who is overdosing, and then give me a kind of idea of what you
So
would do
the first
with
thing we want to do is make sure that people, before you administer any medication, that you're safe. You want to check for responsiveness, make sure that that person isn't just sleeping or is having some other difficulty. You want to check for responsiveness. You want to shake and shout at them if they are completely passed out. You then want to make sure that you call 911 first, right? Because you have the job.
You want
there,
them
so
on the way.
You want them on the way.
Right.
And you want to report what you see, not what you think. Right? You want to tell them that I see somebody who is unresponsive, they are not breathing, and they're unconscious. If you start telling them on 911,
I think he did this.
I think he's used drugs, then guess what? There's 1,000 questions that go in, and that delays response.
Got it.
So what we want people to do is make sure that they call 911, open up their blister pack. And I'm not going to open up this one, but I'll just sort of demonstrate it. So you open up the blister pack. It has this canister, right? You put 2 fingers on the top of the canister, and then your thumb on the bottom where the plunger is.
Like,
right?
like that.
So each one of these is 1 dose. And so you'll tilt the person's head back and make sure they're laying down on the floor in a safe position. And then you'll put this as deeply as possible to one of the nostrils, and then press the plunger down all the way. Give it 2 to 3 minutes. If there is no response, then you use the other blister pack.
There are 2 in each bag.
You use the other blister pack on the opposite nostril, right? Because they could have had a blockage, they
Right.
could have broken their nose, whatever could have happened to them. So after you've administered the two kits, if you need to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, we ask you to take the face shield, put it on the person, and then do mouth-to-mouth with your lips between the bag between your lips and theirs. Start out with 2 breaths, then breathe once every 5 seconds.
And presumably you really want people to do that if they know how to do that. I'm just guessing, but I assume you don't want an untrained person trying to do it. No, I'm wrong?
No. So,
as usual, I'm wrong.
So if you are trained in CPR, we want you to use your CPR training. We encourage people to do rescue breaths. If you are uncomfortable doing rescue breaths, then we ask that you do chest compressions. But understand that chest compressions is the least effective way to get oxygen into the system. Right? And so before you do any of that, the first thing that we want to do is actually called a sternum rub. So you would take your your fist, or make a closed fist, and rub it up and down their chest. Does that hurt, Gary?
Yes, thank you.
The idea is
I've had better days.
the idea is that you would cause enough controlled pain so that the person would react and take a breath. That's actually how you get them to save their life. And then you would do the whole naloxone and calling 911 before that.
The last thing I want to say is what you told me earlier before we recorded this, and that was that after doing this, the person must get medical attention.
Yes. So EMS.
And we hope that, and we love our EMS officials, when they get there.
They may also administer naloxone, or they may just see what they could do to help that person respond or become responsive, and then take them to the hospital for maybe detox or for additional treatment.
Right, which is really important. The key here is that if you're in that situation, in a school, in a schoolyard, in a park, or at home, wherever it is,
Yeah.
if you do that, you're getting a head start, and time is of the essence.
Time is of the essence.
All right, listen, Fernando, thank you so much, and thank our buddies at the Department of Health. They're doing an unbelievable job. And if you like these kinds of videos to find out what's going on in the Bronx, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And why do we do this? Why do we care about people? Because
This is the Bronx.
this is the Bronx. Thank you very much, Fernando.